No witness on that stand had that little man's back. None, zero out of 21 people being questioned. Come on, man, I'm done with all of that. I feel the same way about white people, the same way they feel about my people. Yeah, try one of them.
Karmelo Anthony murdered Austin Metcalf. There is no other way to slice it. He said he put his hands on me, as in Austin Metcalf. He put his hands on me, so I stabbed him. That's not justification for killing someone.
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion here.
Just like Karmelo was doing. I'm glad you just said that. That's what Karmelo was doing. Protecting his motherfucking...
After Karmelo Anthony was sentenced to 35 years, pictures and videos started circulating online. They showed him standing at Austin Metcalf's grave in Little Elm Cemetery, disrespecting it by urinating on it. They mocked and laughed as they did this. Though it looks like an AI-generated image, but still very disgusting. A 17-year-old boy who was stabbed during a track meet now had to endure one more insult even in death. At the same time, information about the fundraiser came out. Karmelo's family raised more than $630,000. They used the money on homes, cars, and personal expenses. They did not spend most of it on his legal defense. They even left their son alone at the sentencing hearing. Later, they filed court papers saying they had no money left. They asked the court to cover the cost of his appeal. Angry racial chants echoed everywhere. Crowds said the all-white jury caused this result. They called the verdict an act of unfairness. The decision divided the nation and added fuel to the hate. If hearing about attacks on a dead boy's grave, how the money was spent, or the racial division leaves you upset, and you're looking to understand the facts tearing these communities apart, go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to see more. Share this video with others you know, and leave your opinions in the comments. Let's aim to raise real awareness and work toward improving things. Now here's what went down with Karmelo right after the verdict. Karmelo Anthony was transferred fast from the county jail to the Wallace Pack Unit State Prison in Navasota. The updated booking photos reveal him with a shaved head and an empty expression. He broke down in tears in court when the judge sentenced him to 35 years. He remains in isolation now to keep him safe. He submitted his appeal and signed papers, saying he has no money to pay for a lawyer. The fundraiser tied to his case brought in $634,000. They took the page offline as soon as the verdict was announced. The family explained that the money covered legal fees, moving to a safer location, and everyday expenses since they faced numerous threats throughout the past year. They shared that they had to relocate and handle their basic needs while coping with the events that unfolded. However, in his most recent court filing, Karmelo says he has no money left and is asking the court to provide him with a free lawyer. Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, shared his strong opinions during a podcast. He criticized Karmelo's parents, calling them cowards and grifters. Jeff accused them of selling their own son just to raise fundraiser money. According to him, they collected a significant amount, but spent most of it on houses, cars, and other personal luxuries. He claimed they used up almost all of the money and even missed parts of their son's sentencing hearing. Now, they claim to have no money left and want the court to pay for the appeal. Jeff said they abandoned their son after benefiting from the donations. The claim sparked a huge reaction online. People flooded the comments, calling the situation awful and unfair. Rumors spread suggesting the family lived comfortably and used the money while their son remained in jail, uncertain about his future. With every post and video, the anger grew louder. A lot of people started asking how the money was spent and why the family now claims to have nothing left. The sentencing made the racial debate even more heated. Karmelo's supporters protested, accusing the all-white jury of being unfair. They described the trial as a legal lynching. Groups gathered in various areas chanting and demanding justice. Social media was flooded with viral videos where people demanded a retrial and argued that the system was broken. Others disagreed. They stated that the case's facts, the evidence shown, and the decisions made during the incident determined the result. They insisted that race did not influence the jury's verdict. A lot of people drew comparisons between this case and the Caysen Allison incident. In 2022, That white teenager stabbed Joe Ramirez, his schoolmate, to death inside a school bathroom. While he faced charges for murder, the jury ended up convicting him of negligent homicide, a lesser charge, and sentenced him to 10 years. Some people claimed Karmelo got a much harsher punishment because the jury was made up of white people. Others argued that the two situations weren't the same. They pointed to the evidence, the knife used, and the specific actions involved as the true reasons for the different verdicts, not race. Both families started receiving threats. Protests grew larger. The days after were filled with anger and tense emotions. This fight about race and fairness has hurt both families. Austin's parents and twin brother live every day with the hole he left in their lives. Karmelo's family is dealing with their own pain and challenges. What happened has caused a rift that the entire community feels. Think about how this pain affects everyone caught in it.
He was not an aggressor. Karmelo was not an aggressor. He was minding his damn business when the boys came up to him.
Every morning, Austin Metcalf's twin brother and parents wake up in a home that feels hollow. They lost more than just a family member on that rainy day at the track meet. They lost a bright student, a committed football player, and a son with a future full of potential. The pain doesn't go away. It lingers, at every meal, during every holiday, and in the silence of ordinary moments. It's always there.
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest.
On the other side of town, Karmelo Anthony's family faces their own heartbreak.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
Their son now sits in prison staring down years behind bars. Both families carry a weight that no courtroom ruling can fix and no justice can undo. This case shows how fast a teen knife fight can take a life and wreck another. A small argument over space under a team tent escalated into a deadly stabbing in an instant. Many young people today carry knives and decide to use them instead of stepping back or finding another way to handle things. That single choice shattered 2 lives forever. Afterward, things took an even uglier turn with money-grabbing tactics. The family raised over $630, but spent it on a house, a car, and other personal expenses. Later, they claimed to have no money left and asked the court to cover the cost of the appeal. This new twist brought more anger and mistrust to an already heartbreaking story. Photos of the grave desecration spread stirring anger all over again. People looked at images of others urinating on Austin's grave and were furious. Threats started pouring in toward both families from various sides. The case has divided the country by race. Opinions run hot everywhere, on every comment thread and video. Some still call out jury bias and say justice was unfair. Others point to the knife, the evidence and choices made that day demanding full responsibility. With every post, chant, and protest, the division keeps getting worse. People often bring up the Caysen Allison case during these debates. In both situations, the teens stabbed a fellow student. Both said they acted in self-defense after a fight. Caysen ended up with a criminally negligent homicide conviction and a 10-year sentence. Karmelo got convicted of murder and sentenced to 35 years. These comparisons continue to spark conversations about race in both online discussions and protests. Some argue it reveals 2 unequal justice systems, while others point to the evidence, witnesses, and actions in each case to explain the outcomes. As a society, we must improve. People should learn to respect others and show dignity towards the dead. Justice must focus on facts and fairness above all else. Families and communities should have real opportunities to heal instead of being divided and hurt further. Teens and kids need to understand how to calm arguments before they spiral into violence. Parents must prioritize their kids rather than seeking personal gain from their suffering. Everyone has a responsibility to stand against this kind of hate, whether it appears on social media or in places of mourning. Was a 35-year sentence fair, or did race play the bigger role here? Was the desecration of the grave and misuse of the fundraiser money the lowest moment of it all? Share what you think in the comments below. If this story stuck with you, show some love by hitting the like button. Make sure to subscribe to stay in the loop. Spread the word by sharing this video with friends and family so everyone gets the complete story. We should all work towards better decisions, stronger accountability, and true healing in situations like this. This pain isn't just about one track meet gone wrong. It involves families, whole communities, and every person watching these events unfold.